What I'm about to reveal will completely change how you think about aging and muscle loss. The reason most people over 60 struggle to climb stairs, stand up from chairs, or walk long distances isn't just about getting older. It's about a cellular breakdown happening deep inside muscle tissue that researchers now call silent muscle deterioration. Recent studies show that elderly adults who consumed specific proteins combined with basic movement increased their muscle mass by nearly 50% more than those who didn't, and their strength improved by over 120% compared to control groups. That's why everyday activities that used to be effortless suddenly feel exhausting. Not because your body is giving up, but because your muscle fibers are starving for the right nutrients. If you want to discover the truth about building unbreakable leg strength after 60, hit that like button right now and drop a comment saying, "I'm ready for the truth," so I know you're serious about taking control of your health. Only the people who profit from keeping you weak and confused won't engage with this content. The exciting news is that researchers have recently discovered that eating specific foods every day can literally rebuild muscle tissue that most people believe is gone forever. Study participants showed significant increases in lean muscle mass and measurable reductions in body fat after just 12 weeks, even in people over 72 years old. This means your age doesn't determine your strength. What you put on your plate does. And what's truly shocking is that most seniors actively avoid these foods because they've been told they're unhealthy. They couldn't be more wrong. In this video, I'm going to reveal 5 controversial foods proven by science to rebuild leg strength, protect joints, and restore movement even at 90. Stick around because food number 1 is so powerful that studies show it can increase muscle strength with moderate to strong effect sizes in older populations. Yet over 90% of seniors never consume it. You can find all the research and medical studies in the description below if you want to verify everything after watching. Before we dive in, where are you watching from right now? Share your location and experience in the comments. It might inspire someone else who's struggling. The 5th most powerful food for maintaining strong legs into your 90s is one that modern nutrition experts have demonized for decades: grass-fed beef. And I'm about to show you why avoiding it might be destroying your muscle mass faster than aging ever could. When researchers analyzed the diets of the strongest elderly people in rural South America, they discovered something shocking. About 68% of the healthiest older adults consumed beef regularly with an average intake of around 56 grams per day. Beef consumers had dramatically higher intakes of protein, calcium, iron, phosphorus, selenium, zinc, and vitamin B12. A higher proportion met nutrient recommendations for protein, calcium, copper, zinc, and folate than non-consumers. But here's where it gets really interesting. Grass-fed beef contains something called conjugated linoleic acid and creatine that your aging muscles desperately need. These compounds include L-carnitine, carnosine, coenzyme Q10, glutathione, and specific peptides. These do something remarkable in your muscle cells that scientists only recently understood. They actually help your muscles contract with more force while reducing inflammation that breaks down muscle tissue. Think of it like adding premium fuel to an aging engine. The protein in grass-fed beef is also unique because it contains all 9 essential amino acids in perfect proportions for muscle synthesis, including high levels of leucine, which acts like a molecular switch that tells your muscles to grow instead of shrink. Now, the way most people prepare beef destroys many of these muscle-building compounds, which is a tragedy. Most people make the critical mistake of overcooking it until it's gray and tough. But grass-fed beef should be cooked to medium rare, around 130 to 135 degrees internal temperature, to preserve the maximum amount of creatine and amino acids. High heat above 300 degrees destroys up to 40% of the creatine content. The optimal preparation method is to pan-sear it quickly at high heat for 2 to 3 minutes per side, then let it rest. This creates a crust that seals in the nutrients while keeping the interior pink and packed with bioavailable compounds. The timing matters too. Eating 4 to 6 ounces of grass-fed beef within 2 hours after your daily walk or any leg activity provides sustained amino acids that feed directly into your muscle cells during the critical window when your muscles are most receptive to growth. For maximum benefits, aim for 4 to 6 ounces of grass-fed beef at least 3 times per week. Many of the strongest elderly ranchers eat grass-fed beef almost daily and maintain the ability to ride horses and work cattle well into their 80s and 90s. The transformation is measurable. Older adults who consumed beef had higher nutrient intakes and adequacy for certain key nutrients. A high percentage of older adults who don't eat beef fail to meet nutrient recommendations for vitamin D, choline, vitamin E, potassium, calcium, magnesium, and zinc. But if grass-fed beef is the foundation for muscle, the next food literally tells your body to stop breaking down muscle tissue overnight. Before we continue, make sure you smash that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss the game-changing information coming up next. This could literally add years of mobility to your life. The fourth most powerful food for building unbreakable legs even at 90 is one that sounds like a supplement but is actually found in real food: collagen peptides. And the research behind them will absolutely blow your mind. A groundbreaking study followed 53 elderly adults with muscle loss, average age 72 years. Those consuming collagen peptides, 15 grams per day, combined with resistance training for 12 weeks, had significantly increased lean muscle mass over 4 kilograms versus less than 3 kilograms in the placebo group. They increased muscle strength by over 16 newton meters versus only 7 newton meters, and reduced fat mass by over 5 kilograms versus under 4 kilograms in the control group. Collagen peptides are absolutely loaded with specific amino acids, glycine, proline, and hydroxyproline that do something incredible inside your muscle cells that no other protein can replicate. These amino acids literally get incorporated into the connective tissue surrounding your muscles, making them more resilient and responsive to movement signals. It's like upgrading from rigid plastic to flexible steel cables in your cellular structure. But here's what makes collagen truly special for leg strength. Collagen is most beneficial in improving joint functionality and reducing joint pain. Certain improvements in body composition, strength, and muscle recovery were present in multiple studies. Collagen synthesis rates were elevated with just 15 grams per day. Your joints work like hinges, and without proper collagen, those hinges rust and weaken. Collagen provides the cushioning and lubrication your knee and hip joints desperately need. Now, most people completely mess up collagen consumption because they think bone broth is enough. Here's the brutal truth. Bone broth is unlikely to provide reliable concentrations of collagen precursors compared with supplemental sources of collagen. The amino acid content of bone broth made to a standardized recipe was significantly lower for hydroxyproline, glycine, and proline than those provided by a potentially therapeutic dose of 20 grams of reference collagen supplements. The absolute best natural sources of collagen are foods you can actually chew, like chicken skin cooked and crispy, pork rind, beef tendon, and oxtail. But for therapeutic doses, you need hydrolyzed collagen peptide powder, 15 grams per day dissolved in water or coffee. The preparation timing is critical. Consume the collagen solution as soon as possible following each training session, but not later than 1 hour after training. This is when your connective tissue is most receptive to rebuilding. For maximum muscle benefits, take 15 grams of collagen peptides within an hour after walking or doing any leg exercises. This is when your muscles and joints are primed for protein synthesis. Middle-aged adults who received collagen peptides combined with resistance training improved levels of lean muscle mass significantly after just 12 weeks of regular collagen consumption. Studies show measurable increases in leg strength and walking speed in people over 70. Now, if collagen rebuilds your connective tissue, the next food literally reverses aging at the cellular level. The third most powerful food for maintaining strong legs into your 90s is the one food modern nutrition completely abandoned: beef liver. And the science behind why it works is absolutely game-changing. A 100-gram serving of grass-fed beef liver provides 23 grams of complete protein with all essential amino acids, over 380% of daily vitamin A needs, massive amounts of B12, iron, and choline. But here's what makes liver truly extraordinary. It's the most nutrient-dense food on planet Earth. Period. Athletes and strength trainers have known this secret since the 1930s. When experts first promoted liver's ability to enhance muscle gains, they weren't exaggerating. Beef liver contains something absolutely unique called retinol, preformed vitamin A, that does something miraculous in your muscle cells. 3 ounces of beef liver provides all of the daily value for vitamin A. Vitamin A plays a role in tissue repair and fighting against oxygen-free radicals, which is vital in physical performance. This vitamin A protects your muscle mitochondria from oxidative damage and actually helps your muscles recover faster from exercise. But here's the real secret weapon in liver: heme iron and vitamin B12. Beef liver is the richest source of vitamin B12, with 3 ounces providing the entirety of the daily value. Vitamin B12 impacts physical performance by supporting red blood cell production, which increases oxygen supply to muscles, and supports nerve function, which improves muscle function. And the choline content is remarkable. Beef consumers had higher intakes of choline, and choline deficiency affects 96% of older adults who don't consume beef. Choline is absolutely critical for muscle contraction because it helps produce acetylcholine, the neurotransmitter that tells your leg muscles when and how hard to contract. Now, the way most people prepare liver makes it inedible. The critical mistake is overcooking it until it's tough and bitter. Here's the optimal method that traditional cooks have perfected. Slice liver into 1/4-inch thick pieces. Soak in milk for 30 minutes to remove any bitterness. Pat completely dry. Season with salt and pepper. Sear in butter or ghee over high heat for exactly 90 seconds per side until just pink in the center. Overcooked liver is chalky and destroys the heat-sensitive B vitamins. The timing of liver consumption is crucial. Eating 3 to 4 ounces of beef liver once per week provides sustained levels of vitamin A, B12, and iron without risk of toxicity. Health authorities warn that chronic intake above 3,000 micrograms per day of preformed vitamin A can lead to toxicity symptoms, including liver damage. So once weekly is the sweet spot. For those who can't stomach the taste, desiccated beef liver supplements contain beef liver that has been dried and ground into powder. Research shows that these supplements provide the micronutrients present in fresh liver, but in a more concentrated form. Beef liver also contains the mineral magnesium, which has the potential to improve muscle strength, muscle power, muscle performance, and endurance. The transformation from regular liver consumption is undeniable. Elderly people who eat liver weekly maintain leg strength and endurance comparable to people 15 to 20 years younger. Liver might be the most complete muscle food, but the next food contains something so powerful that it literally makes your muscles grow like you're decades younger. The second most powerful food for building legs that work even at 90 is one that combines 2 critical nutrients in one package: bone-in fatty fish like sardines and canned salmon. And the research on this combination is absolutely compelling. Studies on elderly participants found that supplementation combined with nutrients like calcium improved joint functionality and reduced joint pain, with certain improvements in body composition, strength, and muscle recovery present. But you don't need supplements when you eat fish with the bones. Sardines are absolutely loaded with omega-3 fatty acids, EPA and DHA, that do something incredible inside your muscle cells. The omega-3s from fish get incorporated into your muscle cell membranes, making them more responsive to insulin and growth signals. But here's what makes bone-in sardines truly special for leg strength. 1 can of sardines with bones contains about 350 milligrams of highly absorbable calcium from those tiny edible bones. This calcium is essential for muscle contraction. Every time your leg muscles fire, calcium ions flood into the muscle cells and trigger the contraction. The protein in sardines is also unique because it contains all the essential amino acids in perfect proportions, plus high levels of leucine, the amino acid that acts like a master switch, telling your muscles to grow instead of break down. Now, most people completely avoid sardines because of the taste or because they buy the wrong type. The sardines you want are wild-caught, packed in olive oil, not soybean oil, with bones and skin included. The bones are soft and edible. That's where the calcium lives. The absolute best preparation for leg strength is this. Mash the sardines with a fork, bones and all. Mix with lemon juice and olive oil. Spread on whole grain toast or mix into a salad. The lemon juice not only improves taste but increases iron absorption by up to 400%. The timing matters enormously. Eat 1 can of sardines, 3 to 4 ounces, at least twice per week. For maximum muscle benefits, eat them within 2 hours after any leg activity or walking, when your muscles are most receptive to protein synthesis. Many of the strongest elderly people in Mediterranean coastal towns eat sardines almost daily, often for lunch with vegetables, and maintain the ability to climb steep hills well into their 90s. Long-term supplementation with specific bioactive compounds and calcium appears to be effective in counteracting losses in bone mineral density. The calcium from fish bones combined with protein creates the perfect muscle-building environment. After 8 weeks of eating sardines twice weekly, elderly participants report measurably stronger legs, better balance, and increased walking endurance. Now, if sardines rebuild muscle and bone simultaneously, the #1 food on this list contains a protein that literally reverses muscle aging at the genetic level. The #1 most powerful strategy for maintaining incredibly strong legs even at 90 isn't just a food. It's a food combined with movement that science has proven works better than anything else on Earth. And the research behind this is so compelling that some scientists are calling it the closest thing to a fountain of youth for aging muscles. A revolutionary study found that elderly adults with muscle loss, average age 72 years, who consumed 15 grams of collagen peptides daily combined with resistance training 3 times per week, experienced muscle growth typically seen in people 30 years younger. Their lean muscle mass increased by 4.2 kilograms compared to 2.9 kilograms in placebo. Muscle strength increased by 16.5 newton meters compared to 7.3 newton meters. And fat mass decreased by 5.4 kilograms compared to 3.5 kilograms in just 12 weeks. Hydrolyzed collagen contains something absolutely unique, specific peptide sequences that penetrate deep into your muscle connective tissue and literally tell your genes to start building instead of breaking down. Supplementation of specific collagen peptides following resistance exercise upregulates gene expression in pathways involved in skeletal muscle signal transduction, including proteins related to resistance training adaptations such as myosin proteins, actin-binding proteins, and tropomyosins. But here's what makes this combination the ultimate leg strengthening strategy. Resistance training plus collagen peptides creates a synergistic effect that neither produces alone. The combination of studies revealed small to moderate positive effects of collagen peptide supplementation with resistance training. The highest effect was noted at a standardized mean difference of 0.6 for muscle strength, which reflected a moderate to strong effect size in older age groups. Interestingly, heterogeneity between studies was low, indicating consistent findings across different populations and study designs. The preparation is simple but must be done correctly. Mix 15 grams of hydrolyzed collagen peptide powder in 8 to 10 ounces of water or coffee. Drink it within 1 hour after doing bodyweight leg exercises like squats, chair stands, or leg raises. During the first hour after training, no other food should be consumed except water. This timing is absolutely critical for maximizing muscle protein synthesis. The resistance training doesn't need to be intense. Participants underwent a 12-week guided resistance training program with 3 sessions per week on fitness devices, including leg press. Even bodyweight squats, holding onto a chair done for 3 sets of 10 repetitions 3 times per week, is enough to trigger the muscle-building response. For those concerned about what type of collagen to buy, the research is clear. Hydrolyzed collagen peptides, also called collagen hydrolysate, are superior to gelatin or bone broth because they're broken down into smaller peptides that your body can absorb and use immediately. The transformation from this combination is absolutely remarkable. Participants in the collagen-supplemented group showed a significant increase in lean muscle mass and muscle strength, as well as a statistically significant reduction in fat mass. The results demonstrate that compared with placebo, collagen peptide supplementation in combination with resistance training further improved body composition by increasing lean muscle mass, muscle strength, and the loss of fat mass. A randomized controlled trial in 90 adults aged 45 to 65 found that collagen supplementation promoted greater increases in lean mass, with body fat decreasing significantly in women and muscle mass, increasing in men after 24 weeks of training. Many of the strongest elderly people in clinical studies maintain leg strength equivalent to people 20 to 30 years younger by following this exact protocol. 15 grams of collagen peptides immediately after resistance exercise 3 times per week. After just 12 weeks of this protocol, participants report easier stair climbing without holding the rail, walking longer distances without fatigue, getting up from chairs without using their hands, better balance and confidence in movement, and reduced joint pain in knees and hips. If you've made it this far, you're clearly serious about maintaining your strength and independence as you age. Hit that like button if this information has been valuable. And make sure you're subscribed with notifications turned on so you never miss life-changing health information like this. The path to maintaining powerful legs well into your 90s isn't found in expensive supplements or dangerous medications, but right in your kitchen with these 5 scientifically proven foods that work together to preserve, protect, and even rebuild your leg muscles at any age. Here's your complete action plan. 3 to 4 times per week, eat 4 to 6 ounces of grass-fed beef cooked to medium rare within 2 hours after walking or leg activity. Daily, take 15 grams of hydrolyzed collagen peptides within 1 hour after doing bodyweight leg exercises like squats, leg raises, or chair stands, 3 times per week minimum. Once per week, eat 3 to 4 ounces of grass-fed beef liver cooked to just pink in the center to maintain vitamin A, B12, iron, and choline levels. Twice per week, eat 1 can of bone-in sardines or salmon with bones mashed in for calcium, omega-3s, and complete protein. The resistance training component is non-negotiable. Without the training component, collagen alone showed minimal effects. Even 10 minutes of bodyweight exercises 3 times per week is enough. Start incorporating these foods gradually, beginning with just 1 or 2 and building up to include all 5 in your weekly routine. Remember that consistency is far more important than perfection. Your legs have carried you through decades of life. And with these scientifically proven foods combined with simple movement, they'll continue carrying you strongly through many more adventures to come. If this video opened your eyes to the power of real food for maintaining strength as you age, if you believe everyone deserves access to genuine health information, not just fear-mongering from the supplement industry, if you're tired of being manipulated by companies that profit when you're sick and scared, hit that subscribe button now and turn on those notifications. Drop a comment below. Which food shocked you most? Are you willing to try beef liver? Which strategy will you start with first? Share your thoughts, and let's build a community of people who refuse to let age determine their strength. Thanks for watching, and remember, your age doesn't have to decide how strong your legs are. What you eat and how you move does. See you in the next video, where we'll dive even deeper into strategies for maintaining unstoppable health after 60.